Hello and welcome. In this video, I will show you how NextPlus is implemented as a maintenance system for the devices installed on site. So, without further ado, let's get started. Once a user logs into the system with his user credentials, he will be directed to his home page. The activities that appear on his home page are defined by the user's role and his permissions. In his home page, he has everything that he needs to perform the maintenance tasks that are occurring in the system. If he has to search for some data or some documentation regarding a part or a system, he can always use the search bar. And by entering or scanning the part number or writing and typing section of the part itself, the system will display all the relevant documentation, catalogs, and workflows that are currently installed in the system. When he goes to his home page, on his left hand side, in his top left corner, he has his open work orders. Open work orders are all the activities that are assigned to him. They could be maintenance activities and they could be repair activities. These activities can be assigned manually or can be scheduled on a specific time frame. For example, the maintenance of a specific vehicle and a specific serial number should pop up once a month. Once the user completes his task, the task will disappear from the tasks list. If a user is not performing a task and he has some kind of fault that occurred in the system and he has to isolate it, he has his workflow section. For example, there is a session for system troubleshooting. It could be the main system or it could be a specific LRU or SRU in the system itself. And when he starts the process of troubleshooting, he will be directed based on pre-configured troubleshooting chart that is already implemented in NextPlus. So he has some data that he can input based on what he has collected from the site itself. Can you operate electrical components? Well, I don't have any power to any electrical components. Then you should check the main fuse. That way, the system has already recorded all the necessary data and helped him with finding a solution to that cause, which means that the knowledge preservation for performing a troubleshooting task is listed, is maintained in NextPlus, and every technician can perform a maintenance task. When I go back to my home page, for example, and I'm going to perform a maintenance activity on a specific vehicle, so I can click on the serial number of that vehicle and I will be redirected to the maintenance task. The maintenance task has a root card on the left hand side. It has a textual description on what is the activity that I should do, and we can also implement and integrate videos and pictures to help the operator or the technician perform the task. Now we can use different types of medias. Each time I click next, the data is recorded and written for that specific serial number. So if I'm going to click next, I'm going to go over all the relevant parts in the root card. It could be the meter, the battery, it could be the filter. And if I find some fault during my maintenance procedure, I can always open a form. Let's say a fault report. This way I can document the fault that happened during the maintenance, and I can ask. As you can see, the fault is based on a specific part number and a specific serial number. And I can assign it to my operating manager, or I can assign it to the head of maintenance activities, and I can document the fault. And I cannot complete the task. Once I document it, I can also upload a video of the fault and I can prioritize it and I can define the severity of that. And when I save the form and I have documented the fault, until I find a solution to that fault, I cannot complete my maintenance activity, and there is always going to be this red dot that says that I have to that I have some kind of fault during this maintenance activity for this specific serial number, which I have to decide how to continue. So I can continue with my next activities. However, once I get to the end of it, I will not be able to complete my maintenance process until I find a resolution to this form. Now, this form, I can go back to my home page and you will see that that my task is still not completed. And here at the bottom left side, I have all my forms, which are different, let's say, fault forms for different serial numbers that were opened during the process. Now, this form, this last one, was reported by me, but it was assigned to another user, to Johan. Now, if Johan will log into his system, he will first of all, he will receive a notification by email or by text, and also he will see that there is a form waiting for him, and he has to refer to it in some way. So when he goes into the form, he sees that Henry reported it and it was assigned to Johan. He can inspect it, he can go to the session and see what's the problem in the documentation process itself or the activity itself, and where did it happen and where did it occur. And then he can decide on how to fix it, or what else would you like for Henry to perform. He can use the comment section and add some additional data. That way, we have a full documentation of all the faults in the system, and once Henry goes back to his system, he can see the notification. He can go over notification and wait for further instructions. Now, besides the maintenance activities and the knowledge preservation, we also have the documentation inside. So if we go to the knowledge base and we go to the index, everything in this maintenance system is divided into different sections. So if we talk about the vehicle, we have a document that defines the vehicle system description, for example, which can be accessed from anywhere. It has all the necessary text and chapters and sections as a classic documentation. We have the parts catalog, which can be accessed with different sub-items highlighted. Okay. And we have different activities as well. If I want to perform, let's say, steering wheel replacement, I can go to my index and start the process of the replacement or the maintenance. So I can either access it by directly going to the workflow itself, or I can access it from my homepage when a specific task is assigned to me. In addition, all the forms, all the fault form and all the fault reports are saved inside the system, so I can analyze on a time span what were the causes for all the faults in my system. I can also export it and send it to the manufacturer for him to repair or attend the open faults that I have opened. In addition, for each part, I have a full history of documentation based on the part number of all the activities that were recorded for that device. For example, this is a sports vehicle and it was maintained twice in different work orders. Now, for each work order that it will be maintained, this work order will be added to this list. So on a time span, I can see all the activities that were performed on this vehicle, and if forms were opened, I can also inspect them as well. In addition to that, the data is recorded and transferred between the different users in the system, and there is a documentation for each user based on his role and the activity that he had performed. Thank you for listening.